I don't really know where I was yesterday, but apparently there was a promo put out where all the All-Stars four queens had to sing Hail RuPaul, and except someone didn't sing. I'm kind of in that, like, did this really happen? But I haven't actually seen the video. I've seen it on Twitter. I haven't actually seen it, like, in real life, but this is real, right? He has pointed out that 3 queens did not move their mouths or say Hail RuPaul. That would be Gia, Valentina, and Naomi. However, I haven't really seen the video, and I'm really primarily here to talk about Gia because she's the one who I saw talking about it on Twitter. I do want to say that some people have said that Jasmine Masters also did not say Hail RuPaul. To me, it looked like she was trying to sing along, but she did not know the word. By the way, it does look like I'm not the only person who is uncomfortable with this Hail RuPaul thing. There are quite a few tweets on Twitter about it, including this one I'm showing you, and Gia made her own tweet about it where she wasn't uncomfortable either. In a very bold move, Gia tweeted out, "I don't hail to those that don't do the same in return." Quite understandable, given how Gia was allegedly treated on the show. First of all, rumor has it that RuPaul did not even want her in the cast. You see, casting is not done solely by RuPaul. It's done by committee, so a lot of people have input into the casting. People in different aspects of production, such as network people, people from the production company, and various other producers have input. And this is something that I've heard, that RuPaul didn't want Gia in the cast, but everybody else did, so RuPaul was kind of outvoted, even though it's RuPaul's Drag Race, and Gia was put into the cast. Hence, Gia, who was invited onto the show, hot off the heels of performing and doing very well on the Chilean Drag Race show called The Switch, thinking she was going to be welcomed with open arms and treated like an all-star, wasn't actually treated that well, or so we have heard, which may explain why Gia, before the cast was announced, she stated that she was not in the cast of RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars 4 because, quote, her kind were not welcome. Now, a lot of people don't know this, but when Gia filmed The Switch, she was actually required by the show to do her interviews in boy clothes, which was very uncomfortable for her. And you can see here in the beginning, she was really in a boy outfit. And then later on, is because the production on that show went on forever. But later on, she was in more of a like a gender neutral outfit. So when Gia got to RuPaul's Drag Race, Gia did not want to appear as a man because she no longer identifies as a man. But apparently they wanted her to do all of her workroom scenes and her interviews in male clothing, and she absolutely refused. And I think that is what I have heard anyway, is the source of the tension that occurred. Definitely there's going to be fireworks on All Stars 4. I've heard that from many sources. Some people say that Gia actually walks off the show. I don't personally see her as a quitter. You know, we've had a lot of rumors in the past about various things that were crazy things that were supposed to happen and didn't. But there is definitely drama to look forward to. Now, having said that, I really don't think that we should be taking entertainment value out of somebody's being discriminated against. Now, I'm not saying that that definitely is what happens on the show because I haven't seen the show, but I am going to gauge my opinion based upon what they show me, and I do hope they show us everything. So anyway, let's get back to the Twitter drama of today. Now, right after her first tweet, Gia tweeted out, "Can't even be in the commercial for your own show? Sad." She did later delete that tweet, but I happened to screenshot it because I knew that I was going to be making a video on this and wanted to include it in my video. A lot of the responses to her tweets, they really provoked a lot of intense, let's call it conversation. This is definitely a topic that a lot of people have opinions on and feelings about. This person, Anthony, seems to feel like if Gia doesn't, quote, like RuPaul, then she shouldn't go on the show that gave her a platform. Well, I don't think that Gia went into All Stars for not, quote, liking RuPaul. I think she left it not liking RuPaul because of how she was treated on the show, as I've said repeatedly during this video. Now then, this person, Manta, stepped in and said Gia is helping to elevate trans issues to the public eye. Why not use the show as a platform to do so? I think it's a clever move on her part. Well, personally, that may be, but I also don't think that Gia necessarily went on Drag Race to prove a point other than she wanted to win All Stars. I think she went on thinking, hey, I've been invited to participate in All-Stars, therefore they must think that I'm All-Star caliber, and I'm sure she thinks she is as well. And she would have expected to be treated like an All-Star. Anyway, we're just going to have to wait and see in terms of what the show brings us. But meanwhile, I did want to just travel back in time to the coffee shop and talk a little bit more about how cringy this Hail RuPaul thing was. Now, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Is it cringy? Is it not cringy? Would you have sung along? Have you ever had to go along with something that you didn't want to go along with? It just, the whole thing kind of reminds me of back in my high school days, being on a sports team and having to do a team prayer before a game, and really personally just not feeling like that we needed to be calling from help from a higher being to, beat somebody in field hockey when there were people who were living in famine who might need the help a little bit more. Anyway, let me know in the comments what you think. Thanks for watching. I've been Dragcentric Deb. You can find me on Instagram, Dragcentric Deb, and all that. I'll see you very soon with another video. Bye.